I've said over and over and over and over again, I want my country back. I keep saying it. I keep waiting for the world to change. I keep waiting for the world to change. And the world is not going to change. Hallelujah. I'm glad I know that, without a doubt. And so I want to give you more, just a little bit more. We already have a truckload of proof, but a little bit more proof that the world, my country, is not coming back. Somebody is working desperately on the side of evil, and they're doing an amazing job in the world to keep it evil, to make sure that America never come back, as they've done with all of the Western countries, I think, if not all, nearly all. They want to make sure they destroy the Christian Western nations. There's an enemy in our world, or enemies, and they are working seriously for evil. They love evil. And so it's not going to change. Here's more proof. According to this report, Minneapolis Police Department added 23 new officers. Minneapolis Police Department added 23 new officers, including first Somalian woman and a non-citizen. Watch this from KSTP. Watch this.
The Minneapolis Police Department swore in new officers.
And that includes its first ever female Somali officer. Ben Henry was there and shares what she and other recruits hope to accomplish. Lots of hope there tonight, Ben.
There is. The department now has its first ever Somali woman officer and permanent resident, which is a non-citizen who's lived in the community since she was a child. Lindsay, you said it, one word that was used a lot tonight, hope. Mayor Jacob Fry says he sees and feels the department building back up, not just in numbers, but in culture. Joining the department, the first ever Somali woman officer, Ikran Mohammed, and permanent resident, Officer Leslie Vera. Vera is a non-citizen. And Chief Brian O'Hara says she was able to join the force due to a recent law change.
They now have a Somalian female as a police officer in the United States of America. Think about all those Allahu Abba ideas and mentality she has. Now she's in the police department in the United States. Now do you believe me when I tell you that my country is not coming back? Somebody is making sure it doesn't. And listen to this, to make it even worse, if it could get any worse, they had an illegal alien female as a police officer in the United States of America. Minneapolis, according to this report, now has an illegal alien in the police department. Drink on that. Think on that. Smoke on that. You have a female illegal alien in the police department in a Judeo-Christian nation. If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. Come by here, Lord, come by here. And come in a hurry. We now have a Somalian police female in the United States. And an illegal alien female. It's bad enough that there are females in the police department. They both are enemies of America. The illegal alien is here illegally. Isn't that like breaking the law? And they reward you by making you a police officer. Police now. Watch the crime get even worse. Are you sure she's illegal? They said that she was a child illegal or something. Some type of law let her in. Responded to hate. They said non-citizen in the report, right? And I know I'm black and slow, but non-citizen means not illegal. It means illegal to me. I could be wrong. So whatever non-citizen, it still ain't no citizen. Let's say she's not illegal, but she's a non-citizen. And should a non-citizen be in our government, period, and especially a police officer? Non-citizen. And a female. Have you noticed that there is not a loud cry out, a loud noise about women replacing men in the workforce in every area of life? Everywhere you look around now, it's just female. So-called female doctors and female scientists and female women are not even interested in science. Math and stuff. They don't know nothing about no math. And so they don't even think, they think about cooking and cleaning and sewing and ironing. But someone is telling them they should get involved like that, and they believe in it. And then to top it off, the Somali have on the Allahu Akbar rag on her head. Is she going to go to work like that? Can you imagine you get a knock on your door and it's a Allahu Akbar police officer at the door? What you going to do? Are you going to open that door? Or are you going to go, what? Who are you and what do you want? I want you to hear these two dumb females talking about why they became police officers. They wanted to be in the police department. I want you to listen to this with a sense of consciousness so you can see how dumb this is. This is so dumb and not a reason to be a police officer at all, whether male or female, legally or illegal, citizens or non-citizens. I want you to hear the dumbest, evil reasons that they're given as to why they wanted to be a police officer. Watch this soundbite from KSTP, why they wanted to be police officer.
The two reflected on a big night and new career.
I didn't see anybody that really looked like me, Latina. I'm sure there was, but I didn't see that. And I was like, I want to be like them. And I want to have that face for my people that look like me.
This is what I wanted to do. And it was very challenging. That's why I'm here. And I want to be to be a role model for girls who look like me so they can say, I can do it too.
Isn't that amazing? That's not why you want to be a police, dummies. You didn't see anyone that looked like, go back to Mexico and go back to Somali, and then you see somebody look like you. You're in the United States of America. That's not the reason to become a police officer. I wanted to be it because I look and I ain't see nobody that looked like me, and I wanted to see someone that looked like me. And so I want to be a police, somebody with a head rag on your head going to work. What's under that head rag? And I ain't see nobody that looked like me. And so that's why I wanted to be a police. Can you imagine these two knocking on your door in the wee hours of the night, pretend they're looking for a criminal, you're going to be like, ain't nobody here look like you, that's for sure. Go away. I wanted to see somebody that looked like me. You're in the wrong country then. Go back to Somalia. I'm sure you'll see some people that look like you. Go back to Mexico, and I'm sure you'll see some people that look like you in the police department, and then you don't have to worry about becoming one. Now, do you believe me when I say my country is not coming back? The order of God out there in the world is non-existent. And somebody over these people are making sure of that it stays that way. And the world is getting worse. It's not going to get better. Bank on it. It's going to only get worse. And if you don't know that by now, you will never, ever, ever, ever know it. I wanted to be a police officer because I didn't see. I look, and I ain't seen this. I didn't see someone that looked like me, and so I want to be a good an example so that they can see. That's wicked. That's pure evil. That's ego. That's ego. And that's not a reason to want to be a police. And you have no business being police officers in America. I don't know what's up with the non-citizen thing they say with that Mexican lady. But non-citizens should not be police officers. And females should not be police officers. So it's double trouble. It's two mints in one. And if you think that's bad, and it is, wow, I tremble when I think about this kind of stuff and how the world is set up to make you tremble. It is set up to make you tremble. So I want to know, does non-citizen mean illegal alien, but they just dressed it up by calling it a non-citizen? Is that still an illegal alien? Because I don't know when I hear the word non-citizen, it sounds to me, I'm black and slow, but it sounds to me as saying you're not a citizen. You're an illegal alien. He can tell me, he remember when Biden and Kamala administration started calling illegals non-citizens. This is why you don't have to if you don't want to, you must overcome words. Words are deceiving. We got to use words to communicate, but if you're not careful of the word, watching, listening to, aware of the words you're hearing, they can be very deceiving. So a non-citizen sounds like, oh, okay. But to a person who's paying attention, you're going to ask, well, what is a non-citizen? Do you still mean illegal alien? According to NPR 2021, immigration agencies ordered not to use terms illegal aliens under the Biden policy. The term illegal alien and assimilation are out, replaced by undocumented non-citizens and integration. See there? That's what they did with that word racism. They made up that word racism. And they just use it, and they take away whatever it's supposed to mean. And then they've enhanced that word by calling it DEI. They said reparations before and affirmative action. Now they call it DEI. And then you think, oh, that sounds pretty nice. But it's destructive. But if you think that's bad, folks, I'm sorry to wake you up this morning with this news. And I never thought I would see this in Mexico because I've always heard, since being out here, I don't even think they had any Mexicans in Alabama when I was growing up. Matter of fact, I didn't even, if I remember correctly, I didn't even know Mexican existed until I went to Indiana. And there were some Mexicans in the little area that I lived, and I was like, where do these people come from? Mexican? How did Mexican get into America? But I was just thinking out loud. I didn't know what Mexican meant. But and Mexicans, there's supposed to be that thing called machipo. What do you call the Mexican, the strong Mexican man?
Machista.
Machista. That meant the Mexican man don't put up with it. Right?
Right. I'm doing the same thing your hands are doing.
I'm doing the quote thing. That mean the Mexican man don't put up with it, right? Well, the Mexican man now put it up with a Mexican female in Mexico. They now have a Mexican female in Mexico. Did you ever? Now you know the world ain't coming back. If that didn't convince you with the police, the non-citizen, which is the illegal, the police and the Somalian police, because they looked and they didn't see anybody that looked like them, and they wanted to be an example. They have a female president, so-called president, in Mexico. Mexico's first female president, Claudia Sheinbaum. This is from PBS. Claudia Sheinbaum, a 62-year, ain't she too old? A 62-year-old scientist. But I thought women's bodies start to fall apart at 62. It's like over. But anyway, that maybe have changed too. They have surgery now. But Claudia Sheinbaum, 62-year-old scientist turned politician, took the oath of office Tuesday as Mexico's first female president in more than 200 years of independence. Watch this from KTSM.
Claudia Sheinbaum officially becomes president on October 1st. Some people we talked to say they hope for big changes these next 6 years, starting with crime.
It's only getting worse. It's not the same as it used to be. In 1960, I used to cross this bridge. There used to be a lot of security, but not anymore. Everything has changed. It's ugly now. We hope things get better with this lady.
Some say they are excited to see a woman in office.
More than anything, to help the people who need it most. As for commercial, well, of course, we need more opportunities to open up.
While others hope Sheinbaum will do more than the previous president, starting with fixing the city's roads and infrastructure.
I still complain about the streets in bad shape, the floods. All of that causes lots of damage to the cars. It's a problem because those repairs are expensive.
What's wrong with the men mindset? They think that, well, these men failed, so let's get a woman. Why do you think a woman going to make it better when the women were running it before, in charge of the family and all that? Look what happened. Why do you think the woman going to... That's not the answer. U.S. border experts are optimistic about the new female Mexican president. This is from KTSM. Watch this.
And because of our proximity to the border, our region will see some impacts that come with a new administration. But experts say they feel optimistic. Now, we spoke with the Borderplex Alliance, an organization that focuses on addressing critical issues in trade, travel, and security along the North American borders. They tell us that this new presidency is a new opportunity to address ongoing issues.
Challenges loom. How she addresses the cartel violence, not only in our region, but around the country. How she addresses energy issues and infrastructure issues throughout Mexico to take advantage of this once-in-a-generation opportunity that not only Mexico has, but our region when it comes to economic development, reshoring and nearshoring.
Amazing. You think the cartels are going to care about what this female think? They already hate women. That's why they're cartels. You think the so-called drug lords are going to care about what this woman thinks? They partying it up in the same way that the Allah Abba people partying it up about the possibility of Kamala Harris becoming president. They living it up. They living it up a la loco, whatever. Living la vida loco. Living la vida loca, too, in my ear right now. I knew it was living la vida somebody, and it was local. It's gone. It's over. And they're setting it up, whomever's doing this, they're setting it up so that it gets even, things get even worse. They're not like, okay, these men that do it right, let's find some men that will do it. They like, these men that do it right, let's vote in some people that's going to make it even worse. The blind leaders of the blind. I suggest do what you want. You start living from within before it's too late, because you're not going to be able to handle the things to come.